Jai Shri Ram, everyone. Jai Hanuman. So, I was approached by a few of my acquaintances and they suggested me to talk about a very basic tantric Hanuman Sadhana. So, I am recording this video for that purpose. So, how to start a very basic kind of tantric sadhana for Lord Hanuman? A very brief introduction to what Tantra means in a sadhana, in my understanding, in my philosophy. My philosophy says any upasana where you use some kind of an enhancement tool, a technique to fast pace the results or to enhance the effects of the upasana, I call it as a tantra because it is a technique. Tantra is nothing but a web of different tools used together to achieve some goals. That is the literal meaning of Tantra. Use a web of tools that you use to achieve something. So, to start a very basic Hanuman sadhana, there are a few rules, and that applies to not only Hanuman sadhana, to any sadhana that you do from Vedic philosophy. A few things you can add in your daily upasana. First thing is achaman. Second thing is asan shuddhi. Third thing is deha shuddhi or purification of the body. Fourth thing is doing a basic pranayam. Primarily used one is anulom vilom, three times if possible. There are rules governing the Anulom Vilom also, the 8, 16, 32 rule, but you can talk about it later if you get into a little more detail. But a basic pranayama is also fine. Once you do that, then there are some nyasas, basic nyasas. Karan nyas is fine. Karan nyas or hridayadi nyas, if you can do that, that serves the purpose of a basic sadhana. Even Karan nyas is fine for a beginner. So these five things, starting with, I'll repeat it again. Achamana is mandatory. Then comes Asan Shuddhi, Deha Shuddhi, Pranayam, and a basic Nyas, maybe Karan Nyas. All these things combined together hardly takes a minute. And these are very simple procedures. People make it like something which is very jazzy or very complex to understand, which is not the case. Very simple techniques, very simple processes. If you It will hardly take 15-20 minutes to learn, and maybe a few iterations you do and you become proficient. Add it to your sadhana, any upasana, any puja that you do. Do these 4-5 things and then you start it. And then I will talk about a very basic mantra that we can use to initiate sadhana of Lord Hanuman. The Mool mantra of Hanuman, as we know, is Om Hanumate Namah. So, if you want to start with a very basic one without any effects, enhancement effects, you can start with Om Hanumate Namah. Start chanting. Do these 5 things. Start chanting. Focus on Lord Hanuman. Focus on your mind. Try to connect. Try to, focus or do dhyan of any idol, any, photo, image that you can bring to your mind and start chanting. Start with 108 times, one mala. If you can do it more, very well, but for beginner, one mala is also fine. Will hardly take a few minutes. Adding tantric effects, Om Hanumate Namah, add a beach mantra. Which one? Hung or hum. So this is a very effective, very powerful Beej mantra. How do you use it? Om Hung Hanumate Namah. Or you can pronounce it Om Hum Hanumate Namah. This is this bija, hung or hum. Let me clarify, this is not hung. You don't use a G at the end. It is just short of using that. Hung. Just stop before you pronounce the G or the G. Hung. Hung. This is how you pronounce it. Or hum. Stress a little more on her and then pronounce ma. So this Bij mantra is a mantra of Vishuddha chakra. What is Vishuddha chakra? It is a chakra, fifth chakra, which is situated here in your larynx or voice box. This is its location. What does it do? It helps you to breathe, to speak, to express, and to protect your prana. As the larynx protect food from entering the lungs, this Bij mantra protects your body from any negative energy. So it is a Bij mantra for protection, for enhancing your expression power, to enhance your communication. So it will give you that effect. And also to connect or communicate with the energy that you are worshipping, which is Lord Hanuman in this case. This Bij mantra is also used to worship Lord Shiva. And as we know, Hanuman Ji is the 11th avatar of Rudra. So we use hung or hum in the worship of Lord Hanumana also very frequently. Start chanting Om Hung Hanumate Namah, Hung Hanumate Namah. Even if you only chant Hung, that will give you tremendous benefits. But you have to do it for a period of time. In one setting, you do it for a number of times. Keep enhancing it as your capacity increases, your focusing power increases, meditating power increases. Only hung is also fine. Hung, 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 hung. Close your eyes, focus on your Vishuddha chakra or focus on the image of Lord Hanuman, his face, his feet. Start chanting hung, 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 hung. So there are two variations, hum and hung. Tantric practices we mostly pronounce it like hung. So I consider it as a best, way of pronouncing it, and I frequently use it this way only. So the mantra becomes Om Hang Hanumate Namah. Chant it, start with one mala. Focus is important. Doing some pre rituals, which I recommended, helps. If you can't do it, that is also fine. In a separate video, I will talk about that also. But you can start with this very basic sadhana Om Hang Hanumate Namah. Keep increasing the count and your effort. The more you put in your efforts, the better or the greater will be the results. So that was it. So in any Hanuman sadhana, let me just add on your conduct, your behavior, your food is very important. You have to remain sattvic. Hanuman Ji is a very, very, very sattvic deity. So the more sattvic practices you adopt, it is easier for you to connect to Lord Hanuman's energy. So control your food. If possible, avoid meat, alcohol, onion, garlic. Don't criticize others. Don't indulge in unnecessary talks while you are doing sadhana, at least during that time or close to that time. Remain in that state for some time if you are not able to do that for a elongated period of time, but at least for some time you should do that. Maintaining celibacy is very important, both physical and mental. I'll talk about it in a separate video, but for a beginner, just doing a japa, trying to focus on Lord Hanuman's energy should be good enough. Do it for some time, and then you can get to a different level or enhance your level. I'll talk about it in a separate video. So thanks for watching. Thank you. And if you like the content, please